Hello, beautiful people of my YouTube channel. Hi there, I am back again with another tarot reading, a pick a card reading for you guys. So this time we are going to talk about your conscious, subconscious, and superconscious, which is one of the readings that is actually really difficult for me to do, but is also the most interesting for me to do. So we're basically going to talk about your conscious, which is your current body, your current reality, what you see in your 3D world right now, and your subconscious, which is related to your mind. What is it that you are not aware of? What is your inner thoughts and your inner desires? And lastly, your superconscious, which is your soul. What is your higher spirit asking you to do? What are you destined for? What is something that you are supposed to reach out to but you're not aware of, right? So I have 3 crystals for you guys today. I'm so sorry that I have the same crystals and the same tarot cards. I actually have ordered a new deck for myself, but it has not arrived for the last 2 months, and I think it's because of the COVID situation that has gotten worse. So just bear with me with the same tarot decks and the same oracle decks just for a little bit more. I think they're going to be here by next week, hopefully, and then we'll have a more interesting and more colorful deck for you guys to look at. Okay, so for the very first one, I have the Amethyst. And the second group, I have the Rose Quartz. And for the third group, I have the yellow Aventurine. Very simple, calming crystal. Okay, so you guys can decide on which crystal that you want. So if this is your first time on my channel, what you have to do is just pick one of the crystals that is most relatable or calling out to you the most, that you are most attracted to, and then you can skip to your group, which is group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3, and have your reading. Hello, group number 1. So this is for you guys who have chosen the Amethyst crystal right here. And for you guys, we have your very first card. For your conscious, you have the Chariot. For your subconscious, you have Judgment. For your superconscious, we have the Six of Swords. Alright, okay. 2 major arcanas here, so I feel like maybe you guys are actually have very strong conscious and subconscious self. You guys are probably very connected to this 2 self of yours, while your superconscious is a little bit distinct. It's a little bit of something that you are not fully aware of, something that you do not think about much. All right, so for your conscious here, this is talking about your body. What is your current reality? What is it that you are always trying to do? What is it you're always trying to fight for? And you have the Chariot, which is saying that you are somebody who are always working hard towards victory. All right, you're always taking charge, so you're somebody who is always planning for something to do. You always have a lot of ideas on projects that you want to start on. You're the kind of person that when you get involved with a new project, or when you get a new job or get a new relationship or start doing something, you will always move forward. You're always very inspired by new ideas, by new projects. You're always very excited about new things and about changes in your life, and you always want to go forward with it. With a lot of passions, with a lot of dedication. You are that kind of person who are always very excited when you're starting something new, and you're always doing things with a lot of enthusiasm. You're somebody who is always full of that kind of positive energy and positive vibration whenever you're doing something, and you always want to succeed. You're always thinking about victory. You're always thinking about, okay, what's the next step? What is my final goal? How do I achieve that? You're always very you have like an achieving kind of attitude. I wouldn't say overachieving, but yeah, you're somebody who is always called to success. All right. And I love these 2 peacocks here. One of my friend Anwar, he also really loved this peacock, and he had this card actually in one of his body, mind, and soul reading as well. And I believe that this is saying that you have you're always constantly battling your two sides, you know. Probably you have like a dark side and a light side, and they're always they're always balancing things. So maybe in your pursuit of whatever success it is that you're trying to get to, there's always sort of a dark side, but it's not necessarily negative, but more of like egoistical or super competitive, you know, that kind of dark. And then you have the light side, which is very positive, very dependable, very reliable kind of attitude. Okay. And for your subconscious, so this is your mind, you have the judgment card. And I feel like with this card, you are always very harsh on yourself. I feel like that is why you're always overachieving, is because you're always very harsh on yourself. You're always judging your own self. Like you feel like the reason why you keep doing something new and keep trying to achieve something new, trying to find new ways to become better, to improve yourself, to learn all sorts of things, to start all sorts of new things, is because you don't really give yourself enough credit. Maybe you judge yourself for whatever it is that you have been going through. Maybe you feel like, okay, you know what you did last month is okay, but it could have been better, so let's do this instead. You're always trying to one up yourself, you're always trying to be better, but you're also, I feel like, it's being a little too harsh on yourself. You judge yourself too much before you let others judge you. And I think it also comes from not only a sense of insecurity, but also a sense of fear of not being good enough compared to other people. I feel like at the same time you also judge other people. Like if somebody else are not doing the best they can, just like the Chariot, if somebody else is not doing the best they can, you feel like that person is not worthy or that person is not good enough, you know. You feel like if in whatever it is that you're doing right now, and one of your colleague or one of your friends are not doing the right kind of things, you know, maybe they are if they're a colleague, maybe they are not doing enough work or they are not working hard enough, and then you judge them. You feel like that's not how I would have done it. I would have done it this way. I would have done it better, and you are horrible for not doing it that way. I think that thought always come to your mind. And then even with your friends, you know, that when people are treating you a different way than you would have treated them, then you feel like, oh my god, you are a terrible friend because you don't do these things that I will always do. Okay, so on one side, you're very judgmental of other people, and it's actually a reflection of your own subconscious, where you're actually constantly judging yourself and constantly want to achieve things and are constantly not satisfied or not happy with whatever it is that you are going through, you are doing yourself. Okay, and for your superconscious, you have the Six of Swords. I feel like your soul is really tired. I think you have been doing a lot. You have been trying to achieve so many things your entire life. You have been trying to prove yourself to people for so long that your soul is saying to you, you know what, you need a break from this environment. I feel like maybe you have not found the right kind of foot in this world. You have not stepped foot in the, how do you say that? How do you say the saying? You have not found the right footing in this world. You don't know where your place is. You don't know what is exactly your mission. What is it really that you want to do? Like, who are you as a person? What are you doing in this life? What are you doing on this earth? I feel like you're not sure of that. And so your soul is actually saying you need to take a break. You need to run away. You need to go on a vacation, leave whatever it is that you're doing right now and try out something completely new, completely unexpected, completely not in your plan. Or maybe even just don't do any kind of work. If you're somebody who is always busy working, or you're somebody who is always busy networking, you know, stay away from work for a month, or go on a vacation where you don't see people you know at all for a month, and really find yourself, really find who you are, what is it you really want, what kind of work is really going to be suitable for you, and what actually really makes you happy. Your soul is in need of a desire, is in need of a break, and just some time off from this whole environment that you are doing right now. I feel like your soul is actually super tired and super annoyed. I'm sensing annoyed with all of these things that your body and your reality is trying to push on itself. Okay, So don't think about that. And this are also two oracle cards that I have for you guys. It's just going to be a short reading today, guys. You have don't deem to fit in. How are you deeming your light in order to fit in and surrender to the divine? Okay, I'm feeling like with this, especially, I get this a lot actually. I've been getting this card a lot, and I feel like I think a lot of us are just trying really, really hard to fit in, or trying really, really hard to make something out of ourselves, especially in this pandemic. I think a lot of us have been through a very hard few months, and because we are not able to cope with it either financially or either emotionally, we are starting to be really, really hard on ourselves. We are saying like, you know, you should have had enough savings to last yourself during this entire lockdown. You should have had been super happy with yourself to be able to go through this lockdown, you know. And then it turns out that you don't have enough. It turns out that you could not do enough, and then you're starting to really, really feel terrible about yourself. And I feel like the reason why is probably because you put up a lot of front in the beginning, before the pandemic even started, to live a life that maybe you don't want. For example, maybe you feel like you will be super independent by living by yourself, and then when the pandemic hits, you realize that you actually need people around you. And the reason why you live by yourself is because you think that's what cool people do. That's what the people who you want to be like are actually doing. You feel like, if I live with my parents or if I still have housemates, I'm not cool, I'm not doing enough, I'm not rich enough, you know? So yeah, think about that. Like, what have you been doing that is sacrificing who you are just for the sake of you to blend in and to be like other people? Okay. And with the full moon, you have surrender to the divine. Okay, so this is definitely saying you're worrying too much. You're worrying way too much, and it is time for you to just actually think about letting go, seeing what the universe actually have for you, and not think too much about trying to change it, not think too much about how things should be, what's right, what's wrong. I think you have to let the universe do a little bit of its work, and at the same time listen to a bit of your emotions, rather than focusing too much on your own mind, you know, rather than thinking about what's right and what's wrong, how things should have been done, how things should go. I think you have to take some time to listen to your feelings. You know, what are you feeling actually? Is this really going to make you happy? Does this really feel comfortable? You know, that kind of thing. And I think there's a lot of madness, there's a lot of anxiety that is going on, where you're worrying about what things could be in the future, you're worrying about people, you're worrying about a relationship. And I feel like you just have to let go and trust that the universe has something, trust that something good is going to happen. And also trust in yourself. I feel like, you know, all this overachieving sometimes come from a place where you don't trust what you are capable of. You feel like you're not acknowledged enough, and so you try to prove yourself too much. All right, okay, so this is the reading I have for you guys in group number 1. Let me know if this has resonated with you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Hello everyone, this is for you guys who have chosen group number 2 with the raw crystal of rose quartz. Yes, I'm sorry for the change of lighting. It got cloudy and then it started raining, so I had to wait for it to get brighter, and now it's gotten brighter but it's raining, so I'm sorry about the rain sound. So for you guys, we have a lot of reverses today for group number 2. So the first one, for your conscious, you have the King of Swords. And your subconscious, you have the Ace of Cups. And for your superconscious, you have the Devil. Alright, okay, so let's look at your conscious. Okay, so you have the King of Swords in reverse, and I'm feeling like with this one, you are living in a world where you are not making your own decision. I feel like there is somebody who is dictating a lot of the things that you do, somebody who is demanding a lot from you, somebody that you have to answer to, somebody that you have to sort of please. And I feel like with all these 3 cards, the energy here is feeling very, very trapped. I feel like there's sort of an imbalance of power with what you are giving and what you are getting, and I feel like currently you are being very influenced by somebody else's power inside your life. So there is somebody here that whose power is something that you look up to way too much, that is very influential of all the decisions you make in your life, and can also determine your mental health, determine your happiness, and you're letting that happen, and it's becoming very, very destructive for you. Right? So I feel like there's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of demand from this person, or maybe a few people actually around you, in your surrounding you, in your circle of friends or in your circle of family, who is demanding something from you. And so it's making you very, very pressured, and it's making you feeling like there's a lot of pressure to be something that other people want you to be, which is not necessarily who you are. And it's somebody that you don't have the power to argue with, or somebody who you are quite afraid to fight with or to go against, and that's making you very, very oppressed, making you very pressured, making you very, very down and very, very controlled. And maybe you don't realize it, but you're actually very, very manipulated by this other person. And because this is a king, this is definitely somebody who is older than you. It can be a father figure, or it can be an older male friend. Yeah, somebody who is older than you and who is a male. Yep. So, you know, that's for some of you, which can be true for some of you, which may not be true for the others. And here's the Ace of Cups. So this is your subconscious, and I'm feeling like your subconscious is absolutely overwhelmed by all of this. So your subconscious is wanting you to leave this, but somehow there has not been enough bravery from your body, enough bravery from your own decision making, your own self, your own real self right now to be doing something to prevent this from happening. Your creativity, your emotions, your thoughts, your plans are all being blocked right now because of this fear. I feel you are not able to perhaps nurture other relationships with other people, or start something new, or look at things that you are very passionate about because of this blocking. You're very, very exhausted. I feel like there's also emotional demands here, because this is the Ace of Cups from this person here. Maybe they are emotionally manipulative towards you, or you are trying very, very hard to make this person happy. You're trying very, very hard to prove your love and at the same time receive love in return. And it's really, really is tiring for your subconscious. And inside, you are just actually really, really disappointed. You're really, really confused about what is it that you actually really want. And maybe part of you actually wants to leave, but you're not able to do that. All right? Perhaps there is some sort of insecurity, some sort of doubt, where you don't trust that you will be able to do to continue with life without this other person in your life, right? I feel like your feelings are being repressed, and you are not thinking about your own emotions. You're not thinking about love for yourself. You're very, very focused on the kind of love you have for other people and accepting love from people, and you feel like that's the only kind of love that you are worthy of receiving, but you're not giving it to yourself. And your subconscious, I feel like it's very repressed now. You know, there are a lot of emotions that is going on inside your heart and your inner desires, the back of your head, and they want to come out, but they are being repressed by your own self, by your own body, by your 3D reality, by your conscious mind, and you're not allowing that to happen. And you're holding yourself back. You're holding yourself back from a lot of success, a lot of happiness and joy because of that. Okay, so now with the superconscious, so this is talking about your higher self, your higher being. what your soul is actually destined for, or the purpose of your soul, and what will actually really, really fulfill your soul. And you have the devil. So this one is one of the cards where when it's in reverse, it's actually a good card. And I feel like your soul is actually really, really ready to break free from this addiction. I feel like, you know, you are somehow addicted and obsessed with this person that is controlling you, and your soul is actually ready to let go of all of that. Your soul wants to start over. Your soul wants to release all of that and actually, you know, move on and start something new and no longer be there. I feel like this is an addiction that you are actually very, very ready to sort of overcome and deal with and let go from. You know, there has been like a cycle. Probably this is something that has been going on for a very long time, and it has been continuing, and your soul is ready to actually end the cycle, and they're waiting for you to start and make a move for it to be able to end properly. I think it's waiting for you to acknowledge the fact that you're actually trapped. You know, you're actually trapped, and you have to let go. You have to make the decision to move forward and cut off all these people that is holding you back. And you may feel really, really afraid, but your soul is actually saying it's going to be much, much easier. I think you are worried that if you do that, your whole life will crumble. You will not be able to get the right kind of support system. You're going to lose these people forever. You won't be able to live. But your soul is saying that you are strong enough to be able to do that. All right. I think you are being a little bit more too dramatic. I think that's what it's saying, that you're very dramatic about the kind of sadness, the kind of disappointment and failure that you might feel, but actually you won't feel it that bad. I think you feel like you cannot live without this person, but you actually can, and it's not going to be that bad. This is what the card is saying. All right, with your conscious, this is what your superconscious is trying to tell you. And I already have a couple of oracle cards for you guys as well. A personal issues reaches a resolution. So yeah, I'm feeling like whatever it is that you have been afraid of, it's definitely going to come and it's going to be able to fix itself. You know, you are going to be able to whatever it is that you have been worried about, it's going to come. All right, I feel like you have been, there's a lot of emotions that has been going on with this, and you are stopping yourself from being gentle to yourself. And there is actually a lot of gentle emotions that are trying to protect you, that are trying to create calm around you. So it's asking you not to worry. It's asking you that you are going to be able to move towards what is it that you want, and you don't have to be afraid of that. You don't have to be clingy. You don't have to be whining about what ifs when you haven't even tried. Okay, so this is something that is, I think, very, very personal to you, and it's going to be able to be resolved if you are just able to let go and move forward. Even if it's not forward, even if it's sideways like the crab, I think it's a way, as long as it is not staying put wherever you are. Okay, and for the other card, you have the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? I really love this card. This is the first time this card has come out in my reading. That is very, very beautiful and very, very colorful. Okay, so yeah, what are you clinging on to? Think about what is it that you have to let go, you know? This thing that you are clinging on to, this thing that is holding you back in this connection with this person. How important is this thing? Why are you trying so hard to cling on to this thing? Why is this thing so pivotal in your life? All right, and is it something that you can let go of? And are you stopping yourself from realizing that maybe this is something that needs to crumble, that needs to be destroyed, that needs to just stop? All right, maybe this is something that is pulling you down. It is crumbling, and you don't want it to pull you down together with it. You don't want to go crumbling down with it. You have to move forward and cut off from it. All right, it feels like It may feel like you are very safe and protected in this area where the other person is holding you safe, keeping you safe, but actually this thing is crumbling. It's not that strong anymore. It has been there way too long, and it's not good for you. It's not something that looks good for you. It's not something that's going to protect you any longer, and it has to come down. And it's actually shielding you from a lot of beautiful things on the other side that you are not able to see right now. So you have to let go of this person, this connection. Okay? All right. I hope there's a lot of heavy energy here. I hope you guys are feeling much better after listening to this. Please leave a comment below if this resonates with you, and let me know what you think of the reading. I'll see you guys in the next reading. Please do take care. Bye bye. Group number 2. Hello, group number 3. This is for you guys who have chosen the yellow Aventurine, and this reading is about your conscious, your subconscious, and your superconscious. Alright, so we'll start with your conscious. You have the Three of Swords. Very sad card here. For your subconscious, you have the Empress, getting hopeful. And for your superconscious, you have the Three of Cups, even more hopeful. Okay. Alright, so we'll talk about it one by one. With your conscious, with Three of Swords here, I feel like you're somebody who is always sad. You're always very negative about things. Everything is just always breaking your heart. Everything is always disappointing to you. Everything is not going the way you want. You always feel sad about anything. You always feel very demotivated, always very negative. I feel like a little bit of a Debbie Downer here. Somebody who always find a way to make something feel sad or negative or dark about the current situation or anything at all. You know, you're always looking at the dark side, and maybe you are personally dealing with depression by yourself. Maybe you are personally dealing with anxiety, dealing with insecurity, a lot of mental health issues of your own, and it makes you feel like everything in the world is not going right. Okay, it's stopping you from finding the right kind of happiness. It's stopping you from feeling good about yourself and feeling good about others and making others feel good about you and feel loved by you and also feeling more love for you. Okay, there's always this idea that whenever something good is happening, you're always thinking about the negative side, or your mind is always going to a certain point where it makes you feel even worse about the situation. Like when you're at a party, for example, maybe you're thinking about the economy, or maybe you're thinking about how sad it is that the one friend that you used to be friend with is not here, or you're thinking about how that person is wearing a dress that is nicer to you and you're not a center of attention. All right, so you have a lot of this insecurities and sadness that is going through you, that is clouding over you, but I'm sure that it is going to be able to pass over soon if you are willing to let it go, because I feel like as much as this is like a heartbreaking thing and perhaps even as serious as depression, I feel like this is something that you are able to control or able to look past, because maybe this is something that has been bothering you, which you are not fully aware of, that you can actually control it. Okay, and I say this because your other two cards are actually very, very positive and very, very uplifting. All right, so your subconscious, you have the Empress. Your subconscious is just dying to get all the positive energy from this world. Okay, they're dying to get all of the abundance. They're searching for abundance. They're open and welcoming for all of the warmth, all of the abundance, all of the love, all of the successes that are coming. A lot of positivity, a lot of vibrant energy that your subconscious are actually willing to let in. And I feel like maybe deep inside you are somebody who is very, very happy. You are somebody who is able to, excuse me. Okay. So sorry guys, I had to deal with a delivery issue downstairs. Yeah, so as I was saying, you're somebody who has a very positive inner soul. I feel like you're somebody who is always thinking about jokes, you're thinking about laughing at things, you're thinking about good memories, you're thinking about smiling, doing things that can make you happy. Your subconscious are actually always thinking about that, but you have this wall that you have put up, which always bring you back to like the reality, and you feel like the reality in your own eyes is sadness, is just full of negative things, full of bad people, full of bad memories. And so it's stopping you from fully enjoying life and fully getting the best out of life. I feel like your subconscious actually really wants to come out, and I don't know, I just imagine that you're somebody who is actually wanting to laugh, like when something has happened that is really, really funny, you actually want to laugh out loud with other people, you want to enjoy yourself with other people, but you immediately stop yourself and you think like, actually that's not really that funny, actually, that's actually offensive, or actually that reminds me of something that makes me sad, or I don't feel comfortable enjoying myself with these people, I don't want to make a fool of myself, and then you immediately stop yourself from having fun and enjoying yourself. And actually it sounds, I don't know, I feel like it sounds really kind of funny with this group, and which is why I feel like this is something that you are able to fix, and it's not something that is, clinically depressing. It's something that you can deal with. It's something that you have the strength to deal with, because your subconscious is able to. Your subconscious are calling you to be able to deal with this. Okay? And with your superconscious here, you have Three of Cups. Again, I feel like you are somebody, this is about your higher being and what your soul is calling you out to do. And I feel like you are somebody who would do very, very well being around people, working with people, collaborating with people, making other people happy, and getting energy from people. I think that your higher soul is an extrovert, so you do enjoy being around people and partying and getting to know people and socializing. You enjoy having a lot of friends, you enjoy living the good part of life and enjoying life, going to travels, trying out new things, eating and drinking and loving. I feel like that's actually the kind of person that you are. And if you are able to get to that point where you resolve all of this negative energy, and then you are able to receive all of this abundance, allow yourself to receive abundance, allow yourself to give out abundance, you will come to this point where your soul are able to work together with other people, work with all of the elements inside your life that is present right now, and create a lot of good things, and that in return will make you very, very happy. Your soul will be very, very happy and at its optimum point when you are surrounded by good vibes, surrounded by a lot of people you enjoy working with, you enjoy being friends with, and a lot of things that are going to make your life very fulfilled, such as eating a lot of good food, taking care of yourself, wearing a lot of good clothing. All right. I think you are somebody who is actually going to be very happy, being very positive. Maybe you feel like, you carry this cool air of sadness, or you feel like there are a lot of injustices in this world that you have to fight, you have to correct, or you are not going to be happy until something is fixed. But I feel like with this card, it's asking you to actually just be open with happiness, and you'll be surprised at how your happiness can really change if you allow that to happen to yourself. I also have 2 oracle cards for you guys, and the first one is align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? All right, so I feel like maybe you are getting all of this negative energy from a source, right? Maybe there are people in your life who are influencing the way you view the world, people in your life who are at the same time Debbie Downer and pulling yourself down, making you feel unhappy. Or maybe it's even the media that you consume, the kind of work that you do. Maybe you're not very happy with the job you do right now, but you're not quitting enough. Maybe you're complaining a lot about it, but you're not taking the actions to actually quit it. So this is a time to align your life. If you are in a relationship, or if you have friends who you don't actually like, or they're actually making you really, really sad, it's time for you to be aware of that and actually make the move to leave them, and then reconsider if they are really something that you want in your life right now, if they are aligning with the values that you want in your life, you know, because I think deep down you want to be happy. At the end of the day, we want to be happy. We don't want to just keep on being sad. As much as we enjoy the emo-ness of it all, the coolness of it all, it can get pretty tiring, and maybe it's something that you have to grow out of. And the other oracle card I have for you is a new start is coming. Okay, so yeah, I feel like perhaps you have been waiting for something to happen for you to be able to feel better about something. And I feel like it is actually entirely up to you to manifest that thing out. Okay, so I feel like whatever that you have been hoping for, whatever kind of emotions, whatever kind of successes that you have been hoping for and looking forward to is being manifested, and it's going to come over. It's going to be there for you. You're just gonna be open to accepting it and taking it in. And I feel like maybe this thing will not come until you are actually able to fully admit the fact that you are able to create happiness from yourself, you know, until you're fully able to accept that you can be happy, you are worthy of being happy, then only will you be happy. I feel like at the moment, you know, probably you yourself are the person that is stopping yourself from being happy and stopping yourself from manifesting whatever hopes and dreams and desires that you are having inside your life. So this card is asking you to maintain that feeling of hopefulness, because whatever you want, it's going to come. All right, whatever that you dream for, whatever that you believe in, is all going to come. Okay, if only you are able to forget the past, if only you are able to change whatever it is that you are going through right now, and be open to all these new changes that's coming. See, all right, it's coming, and you just have to let go of the past for it to be able to fully come and fully manifest itself. All right. Okay, thank you so much, group number 3, for listening to your reading today. Let me know in the comment if this resonated with you, and how do you guys feel about this, any feedbacks on my readings. And if you haven't, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.